the last thing I want to talk about is how I'd like you to respond back to getting your reading ladder marks and assignment back. So first of all, if you're a student who did not receive your reading ladder back, it means I did not receive one from you. So you need to submit it as soon as possible or email me an explanation, because this is work that was assigned before the March break, and I have at least contacted every single student once by phone or email to inform you that it is still missing. So please respond to me and let me know what's going on with that. For those of you who did receive your mark back, you'll see that on your reading ladder when you get it back, it doesn't look like this page. This is a different activity. But when you scroll down to the bottom of your reading ladder, you'll see that the mark is at the bottom. I've scanned in your rubric for you so you can see it. Okay? If there's no mark at the last page, please send me an email letting me know and I will reattach that. Okay? As well, when you're looking at your reading ladder assignment, you'll notice that there are lots of comments. And a comment is when we highlight a part of a doc and we put comment here. Often I'll leave a comment about common grammar mistakes I'm seeing. This is your feedback, guys, for your quick writes. So I'm still teaching you. So if I'm seeing, like, for example, some students are improving a lot at using the proper tense, or they're improving a lot at capitalization. Actually, that's a big one that I've seen a big improvement on. But some students are still struggling with something specific, like maybe a comma splice error. I would have made one or two comments about grammar mistakes, and this is for you to think about for your quick writes. Don't just ignore the comments I'm saying about grammar, because it's letting you know, hey, here's an area that you can focus on when you're doing your editing that I'm going to notice a difference on with your writing. Okay? As well, the comments are a lot of comments have been left in order for you to understand the mark, and since I'm not there to discuss it with you, I ask if you do have questions about your reading ladder mark, please make sure you do not delete my comments. So for example, if I say, this is a bit vague, and then I might ask a specific question about how I would get you to give me a little more information, you'd see it as a comment like this on your reading ladder. What you would do is you would click here and you'd hit reply to it. You do not need to reply to my comments on your actual reading ladder assignment unless you have a question about that comment, or you're concerned, you're confused about it, or if you are unsure about why you received the mark you did. I will not accept any questions about marks if the comments have been deleted. So if you accidentally delete the comment like this, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do because I've left comments for you so we can dialogue about your mark, okay? Another thing that accidentally deletes comments, I'm just leaving this as this, is sometimes if you write resolve, it means that you've resolved the comment. It means that you're okay with that comment. There's nothing else for us to discuss. That's fine, but then don't ask me to find the comment again. I am not that tech savvy, okay? Now, let's talk about what everyone's doing from their reading ladder. So regardless of if you have concerns about the mark or not, this is my conference checkup right now to see how is your reading life going now that things have changed. What challenges are you experiencing with reading at home? What can we do to support you? So you're going to take a few moments to complete the questions. So when you do type your answers, I'm going to ask that you type them into this box here. Okay, you can use as much space as you want. And if possible, try not to bold your answers. It's actually a little bit harder to read when you bold them. Okay, so over here it says, what have you been reading at home since March break ended? Okay, this could be unwind, this could be some other stuff. Are you liking that choice so far? So this is just a quick couple sentences about what you're reading and if you're liking it. If you're not reading anything at all, let me know. Okay, I'm not angry, honestly. I'm looking to see how we can help you continue all the amazing progress you've made. So please do be honest about where you're at. Has it been challenging to read at home during this pandemic? Okay, I know there's different issues now that we're all living in a smaller space. What specific challenges are making it hard to read at home? And if you're one of the students who's having success with reading at home, maybe explain why it's been good for you, or if possible, share some tips or ideas that have been working, right? What have you been doing that makes it a lot easier to stay on track? What are the next steps this week that you will try to improve, your independent reading skills, okay? So here's where I really want you to look at your reading ladder ideas. Okay, I wrote comments under your goals because sometimes your goals were a little bit vague in the sense of knowing how are you actually going to achieve that. So if I left you any comments about what could you do to take that step, a more firm plan, this is where you can look at those ideas and then write back to me what you think you could do, okay? Using the ideas we've given you about how to find books, how to explore new genres, what are the steps you're going to take. And what was at least one common grammar error or formatting mistake I commented about. So I did leave a few comments about grammar. I don't want you to ignore those. Look through your handout and see what is something I focused on that you're going to work on. And most importantly, how are you going to start looking for that when you do your quick writes later on next class? Okay, I want you to go back to your quick writes. I want you to look at them carefully and say, how can I start to focus on that one grammar error so I can see an improvement? Okay, once you're finished typing this out, you're going to hand it back into the Google Classroom along with your what I'm reading next list with your 6 books. And those are the 2 items that are due by next class. Okay, thanks so much, and I look forward to having an online conference with you. Take care.